4 are dead in this one, and 17, that's the latest count, wounded. Here are the details. Horrific mass shooting, Birmingham, Alabama, has left 4 dead, 17 wounded. Police say the gunman had a single target, but chose to fire outside a busy bar, spraying bullets into the crowd. The bar is popular with college students located just a few blocks from the University of Alabama. They are still searching for the gunman still at large. So a horrific scene going down there. You see all of the mass police response. Now, here's what we know right now. The gunman who opened fire outside a popular hookah bar, killing 4 people, wounding 17 on Saturday night, likely used weapons with an illegal switch that allowed them to fire fully automatic, maximizing the casualties. That is according to authorities, the New York Post running that information. Shooting lasted only moments, but police found more than 100 empty shell casings at the scene. Police believe at least one weapon had been outfitted with a Glock switch, which allows the handgun to fire full auto, according to WVTM TV, that detail. Now, machine guns and other fully automatic weapons are illegal in the United States. Police believe the shooters were carrying out a hit on one person. The other victims were caught in the crossfire. Someone was willing to pay money to have that person killed. That, according to CNN. And here's what one victim has said. Quote, all of a sudden, I was just gunshots, gunshots, gunshots. Aslani told CNN. I started running for my life. Less than 3 seconds later, he said he wasn't able to feel his leg and fell to the ground. What he saw next, well, described as a horror movie. Well, it's just horrific. And again, all of this going down in moments. So if assault rifles of this kind are illegal, you've got to ask yourself, if you're able to just rig a gun to do that work anyway, how are we going to solve this problem if you even want to? If you even want to. That's one victim's account. 17 other people injured, according to Birmingham Police Chief Scott Thurman. At least 4 victims have life-threatening injuries. So fortunately, the fatalities could go up. Right now, standing at 4, but it's not looking good for several of the 17 who are wounded. Fitzgerald said 12 of the injured victims have been released. 5 remain in the hospital. Fitzgerald said at a Monday news conference. No suspects in custody. Again, Birmingham Police Department is partnering with the FBI, we've learned, other agencies to investigate, urging anyone with information to please come forward. Now, police are searching for the gunman. They are offering up to a $100,000 reward right now with tips regarding the suspects here. Again, whoever did this, still out there. Jackson, so here we are again, and we're debating. It seems to me that we instantly go to the details, right? The media confirms in their reporting that this was some kind of additive to the gun so it could fire many rounds, right? Blocks away from the University of Alabama, and you could almost hear it starting already. This debate over assault rifles, handguns, whatever. Listen, we got a problem here that other people don't have. And while I'm thinking of the victims, praying for, we hope, the others to survive, doesn't look good for several of them, according to the reporting. I don't know what this debate is worth anymore, except that we're 40+ days away from pulling the lever at the ballot for either the Democrat or the Republican. What say you?
Yeah, I mean, other than the potential for Democrats to pass some kind of gun reform legislation, because there's no hope of that going down in the Republican Party whenever they have power, even though the overwhelming majority of Americans want common sense gun regulations, because stuff like this is ridiculous. People don't want to worry about their children more than anything getting shot up in a school or a supermarket or anything along these lines. Now, again, I'm no expert in weapons of any kind, of guns or anything like that, but it would seem that this person, if they put this switch on the gun and just sprayed up this club, clearly they don't care who they hit, even though maybe they have one person in mind, they don't really care if they hit 17 other people in the process. So this person absolutely needs to be taken off the streets because clearly they don't mind hurting and killing individuals. But also, one of the biggest problems with gun violence in America is how desensitized we become to it. Like
Mhm.
we feel like, oh, this is just a part of life. JD Vance, as you bring back up, he recently said, oh, this is just a part of life. But it isn't. And it doesn't have to be, especially when you consider how capable the United States is of making this place better, whether it be how much expanding the middle class, making healthcare, education more affordable, anything along those lines. We have the power to do it. And we absolutely have the power and the capability to reduce gun violence in this country. It's just that Republicans, whenever they have the levers of control in any way, they always shoot it down. So this in particular is an issue that you can really just solely blame the Republicans for. And hopefully we can get some type of legislation, but it's just an endless, tired conversation at this point, and nothing ever gets done.
Yeah, so we're sick of it, right? As you mentioned, what, who are you to tell us? We told you what we want. We also want health care, access to abortion, and you keep doing whatever you want to do to suit your interests, your pockets, your lobbyists, your funding. I think we have to get unsick of it and just get vicious,
Yeah.
viciously angry. Like, you're about to tick me off with this. No, I am ticked off. More people dying. Now you're sending your kids to this university where they're going to partake in hookah. And somebody is so filthy, so nasty. If we believe the reporting at CNN, what they pushed out, this is a contract killing. Somebody was willing to pay for this. And so I just think the only way to deal with this is to get incredibly angry, since, as you mentioned, as a society, we're desensitized. We're used to fools going to Washington and doing what they want to do instead of what we tell them to do. Jackson, I'll give you the last word.
Yeah, I think it's clear that the only way this is going to change, and I think there's a silver lining politically in this country in general, such that you got Gen X, millennials, Gen Z, we're all in a position to where we can be leaders, whether that be we get elected to office, appointed to positions, or we just step up in our communities to help educate people or push people in the right direction in whatever manner that may be. So if we want to see this change, I think that we just got to get more involved. Otherwise, nothing's gonna be different, and that's just the truth.
Yeah. But again, I wonder about the appetite. Some people like this thing that hasn't personally hit their doorstep yet. But then again, you have Representative Steve Scalise, right? It hit him. It hit him at that baseball game, and he's still on board with the rest. So we'll keep following the situation out of Birmingham, Alabama. It's devastation, another mass shooting.